Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you guys are doing great today, because I'm doing pretty good myself. And welcome back. I'm trying to make sure everything's set up here. I think I got everything set up correctly. Still coming back from that little bit of a break I had, just trying to figure things out. This is the first full week back of streaming in a couple weeks, about, 3 weeks? Probably since the last week of December. Actually, I think it was the last time I actually did 2 streams in a week. So we're going to be back in Software Inc. You can kind of hear the music in the background, hopefully. If not, I've done something wrong. See if I can maybe boost that audio just a little bit here. Now, I know I've been... Okay, that's set up correctly. This headset, for some reason, likes to switch on and off, and the inputs go crazy. And when that happens, sometimes Streamlabs does not like it. You can hear the music now. Hopefully that'll stay bumping the entire time. Hopefully, at least. But let's go ahead and switch over to the game, because I've already got it loaded up here. As you can see here, looks pretty good. And so we're going to continue. Hopefully this puts us right where we left off on Friday. This actually is kind of neat, because this might be the first time I've actually played a game 2 days in a row. And I think I kind of like that idea. So it's like, I don't forget what we were doing. Because I remember we were working on Omnidesk. We were almost done with that. We were working on, we just sold, or just released Boombox and Snippet 2D. And so hopefully those will be ready here soon. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. So we've announced that we're going to release this in January. Right now we're just working on art. Actually, it doesn't look like any of our employees want any training. So never mind. I thought we had some training that we were going to do with the core team. But I guess not. It looks like we only have a couple people. Hold on, a quick question here. This guy's working. But he is... What is his name? Employee details. I mean, I guess he's a programmer, but he also is an artist. So I was kind of wondering, because like these guys are supposed to be my artist here. And they kind of are, but they're not doing anything on the actual art itself. Are they not a 2D artist? Is that what's going on? That guy's a 2D artist. Alright, well that's a little odd, but alright. Don't know why that's happening, but, So I'd like to get the art up to 100%. I think that'll work out really nice. Just kind of get it to where it needs to be. Because essentially this is going to be our first office product. You can see here, we're starting to get a hold in the 2D editor, the antivirus, and the audio tool market. We haven't really broken into the office market yet, so working on that still. I think after we released Omnidesk, though, I think it's time for us to build our own office. I know we had just done that in our other playthrough, so I think it's about time we do that. It's almost 1990. So we'll have to upgrade all of our computers and all of that, so it will take us a little bit of time for us to get that done. So now we've hit 100% on both. I think we're ready to promote this. So we'll promote that into beta. We'll have quite a few months to make sure we get all those pesky bugs out. And that camera, I just noticed, is doing that stupid thing it does. And I didn't know the game paused. Alright, hold on. Give me like 30 seconds here. For some reason, and I don't know why it does this, but it turns the autofocus off or on every time I actually play again. And I'm wondering, because I do shut the camera down every time, I'm wondering if that's the reason why. It very well could be. But it is kind of annoying if I don't forget to, because it's just like, it's perfect where it is. I don't move around a lot. I move around a little bit, but it's not like, the camera still catches it all. And it's not like I move forward and backwards. So, anyway, that's a little rant that I had with this. It does look like we actually do have somebody who wants some education in the core team. Nicholas Espinoza. I think I'm okay to send him. Since we're really just doing debugging. It's not like it's the end of the world. Let's go ahead and get him some networking. Especially, I've been looking around. It seems like a lot of the operating systems that we're looking at don't have networking capabilities. And I don't know if that's just because we haven't, hit the time yet for that. I'd like to, I think it'd be interesting to try to get a level 3 network engineer or network person now. That's a good one. But I'd like to. I almost like. I'm thinking about actually trying to make an operating system here soon. I know it's going to take quite a bit of work, but what if we were the first operating system to be actually have a network availability? I think that might be actually worth quite a bit of money to get that out there. So we got 2 days left. Let's go ahead and accept all and close. Yes. We are losing sales on Snippet 2D, so let's get that reprinting. Also, when we move into our, let's order 10,000 copies. When we move into our new office, I do want to create a printing center as well. And I might even start looking into doing hardware as well. That might be a little more early 2000s kind of thing. But, man, I realized my camera's kind of dark. I'm doing okay. I've got quite a bit of light, but yeah, it is the camera. I noticed the background's a little dark today. I don't have as much light. I've got some clothes hanging there, but that should be okay. So we got one more day to get all the bugs out of OmniDesk. We've got actually quite a few out already, so that is a good thing. We got some more training people want to do. Dorothy Young, what do you want to do? You want to do some more programming. You've already maxed out system and 2D. Let's go with hardware. Why not? We'll get some hardware experience in here. But it is January of 1990. We did say we were going to release OmniDesk. So let's go ahead and release. We go ahead and start printing copies. Yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and release it. And yes, I do want to start marketing. I'm going to put $250,000 into this. We have the money to do this. We'll send it to our marketing team. Yes, I do want to order. I want to order 200,000 copies because I think this is going to do well. So what we're doing, I'm going to hang out here for just a day or so. Let's see. Also, let's take a look at see how these guys are doing. So not too bad. We have a little bit of issues keeping up with that one, but I think that was more of really before our big support team came in. Who else do we need some training? Nicholas Ortiz. Let's see what we can get you. Oh, you are actually on the support team, but you actually want to start doing some programming. All right, let's start you on some hardware. I might start a hardware team too. I don't really know how that works. I've never really played with hardware because that's kind of new for Alpha 11, but I think that'd be kind of interesting to see how that goes. So yeah, here we go. So we're going to first day. Right now, we've only spent about $20,000 on marketing. Let's see how we got. So we made $250,000. Let's read the article here. So Cyberfire LLC is a newcomer and nobody knows them. In the productivity market, OmniDesk 90 is a respectable product. It's a very complex piece of craftsmanship and it runs very smoothly. It's packed full of art and is completely humbling to witness. Keep in mind that Flagtrip Street Core has letter 10 on the market currently, which might affect the interest. OmniDesk is actually pretty good. Probably not going to move many copies. They need to up our marketing game, which really we just need a bigger marketing team. But apparently we actually lost money. We lost $1,300 in the first part of this month. Mostly in distribution, which is fine because I figured we would. All right, so let's wait out January, and because it's almost the end of the day anyways. We'll skip ahead and see how much money we made. It looks like we made about $600,000. Yeah, it's a lot of money. So, yeah, how many users do we have for it now? Looks like not quite 12,000. We're at 11,500. Not bad at all. I think with this success, though, we've had three really successful programs right in a row. I do think it is time for us to move the company. We'll save it first just in case the game crashes or something like that. But I do want to start on an empty lot. Well, we're going to go with City, because why not? High talent pool. It's going to cost us a little bit more, but utilities are pretty low. Background is kind of high, low beauty, but good traffic density, unless that's bad. Like City Skylines, traffic density, high traffic density would be terrible, but you know, that's okay. So let's go on to the new city here. Go ahead and pause the game here. So is this our... Oop, I get a reward. Let's go ahead and claim this reward. What did I get? Oh, I got some company logos. All right, then. Didn't know I didn't have that one yet. So, if this is our plot of land, great. Let's see if it is. Never. I don't really need it. So we just have this little square here. I think, number one, first thing we need to do is back to build mode. Where can I buy more land? Higher plots. Let's go ahead and just buy this plot of land. Because we already bought that one. So we have a nice parking area, and we have a good size building here. I'm okay with this. So what is... Oh, yeah. I placed it on an exterior wall. Alright, well, we can worry about that here in a little bit later. Alright, so let's actually start laying out our... fix that real quick. Let's actually start laying out our building here. Now, I kind of like doing an H pattern. So we're essentially what I'll do. Let me actually get some walls here. So we'll do something maybe like a 10 by 10. And maybe do that on either side here. Ooh. Actually, might cut that back to a 9 by 9. Can we just delete the room? We sure can. Alright, so we're going to make this... Ooh, you know, here's the problem, though. Desks are too wide. Let's do something like that, and then we can kind of do this. And then delete this wall here. And do... is that right? Nope. One more time over this side. Delete that wall. So now we've got two 10 by 10s, and I think that's... Our entrance can actually be probably... You know, like right here. I think a 4 by 4 will work. So here's kind of our entrance, and so it'll actually lead into a little bit of a larger lobby area. So let's do maybe a 6 wide, something like this. And this will be where our receptionist is and things like that. Actually start laying this out a little bit. So we got a glass door there. We'll put a glass door behind it. So just, you know, nice breezeway in. And then what do we need to do? First of all, we need a receptionist desk. Receptionist. There we go, receptionist desk. We're also going to put security over here, because why not? And then we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and put some lights in here. We'll do some nice hanging lamps. Every 2 should work. Just make sure we have plenty of light in our area here. And then, let's go ahead. Let's get rid of this. I kind of want to see what these look like. I'm talking about an exterior wall. Oh, that's kind of cool. Hold on. All right, we got to get one of these. Yeah, there we go. Put 2 on, because make sure when people walk in, they know exactly where they're walking into. And then, yeah, that might be a little eccentric, but you know, oh well. This is my company. I can do what I want to. And let's put some nice glass windows in here. I kind of like that entrance look. And then we can actually do the windows probably just out like this. Do 4 across. That works. So these will actually probably be more support room. So probably this will be the support room, is what I'm guessing. The support team probably doesn't... Or I might do that marketing. Essentially, this is going to be... Kind of the idea is I wanted to put like the canteen, the restrooms, things like that. I'm going to put restrooms on every floor, probably. It makes it a little more efficient that way. So we'll start out, we'll actually make this our canteen. So let's go on and kitchen. Let's put a couple stoves up because we will hire some chefs here because this is our building now. And we'll go ahead and throw up a few smoke detectors because... I imagine, you know, if this is anything like The Sims, we will need them. Come on, refrigerator. There we go. Get 3 refrigerators, and then we'll put our nice... Yeah, I want something like a nice glass table to serve food on. I think something like that will look kind of nice. And then, let's see, how do we need serving plates, don't we? Yes, we do. And on the end here, we will put our coffee machine, because we will need one of those still. We'll put a couple of vending machines in here as well. You know, if they need a snack or something like that, get it right there. All right, so now let's look at tables here. I'm liking the idea of a round table for our office here. At least to start out, I kind of like the idea of a round table. You know what? Do I want to put an ergonomic, like, office chairs in here, or do I want to put this? I mean, the ergonomics is not great, but I don't expect them to sit down here very long. Maybe something like this. And then we go ahead and duplicate this. Ooh, that might be a little crowded. Let's go ahead and move this. Kind of stagger them just a little bit here. And I imagine we will have to build another canteen eventually. Because we won't have enough, you know, this won't be nearly enough to support a larger company. But for right now, we don't have a huge company. But I think something like that'll work. We will need some lights in here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some lights. We'll do it kind of like this. Oh crap, I forgot those actually have to be... they actually have to be able to get to them. Let's actually use the fluorescent lamps. I think those might work a little bit better for us here. That provides plenty of light. Let's also add some environment to this place because, you know, you still, while it's a break room, you still want to make it look kind of nice for your employees. I'm not a cruel boss. We also want to put a couple of clocks up here, just to make sure they know what the time is in like 10 different time zones, because that's always how that works. Let's see. We need quite a bit more environment here. Can we actually do something like... Oh, we really can't. I was kind of hoping we could put it in the middle of the table here. That'd be kind of neat. Let's put up some art. Why not? That's a TV. You know what? Oh, that's 1995 anyways. So yeah, let's not do that. But we'll put up some nice art. You know what? We probably should put the windows in first. Didn't think about that. Probably should put the windows in. So we're going to 2 on each end here. Let's see how this... Because the art's there. We can't do that. Let's go ahead and just move it to this wall. There we go. And let's do something like this. And then can we do 2 in the middle like that? Okay. That's a good looking. I kind of like how that looks, at least from the outside. It's got a very nice curb appeal. And honestly, yeah, not bad. So let's go ahead and now we can actually decorate the rest of this place. Let's go ahead and actually move. You know what? We'll put 3 things of art back there. Just kind of make it look like we planned that. And then we can put the art along these walls here. And we're starting to get to that point where, you know, it looks nice. We have some more plants around the place here. There we go. We're at 200. We're at 200% now. So I really enjoy staying in that room. It's a nice break room. But remember, we do need to hire some chefs for that area. So this will actually be our marketing team here. I think this is a good room for that. So let's go ahead. We need a door. It's like I'm trying to like, if you were walking through these areas, what would you need? So we do need a door here. Do we want to do? I like to do a double door because, I mean, you know, it's kind of nice, nice and inviting. But we want to have it closed off so it looks like, you know, they have a little bit of privacy, you know, quote unquote privacy. So just do a normal desk. We'll kind of do a template here. So we'll need. Let's do our desk first, and then we can worry about the rest of it later. We can get the 90s computer. I think we go ahead and upgrade to that. And we'll get ergonomic seats there. So for marketing, we do need our phones there. So there's going to be our desk. It looks like you have a modern gaming, or like a modern computer, or a modern desk, or modern desk chair with an old computer. It's pretty funny. So let's do something like that. Let's go ahead and duplicate this over to there, and then we can actually duplicate this on down. So there we go. How many members of marketing do we have? You know what? It doesn't really matter. I'm going to build this place out anyways. This actually is a little bit smaller office than the original one that we built in our first playthrough. But, you know, that's okay. Something like that, and we at least get one more out of this. Yeah, like that. Looks good. And we can actually kind of just duplicate this aisle here. Let's grab those, not that. And duplicate it, and we can just pull those over there. So now what we can have 6, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 employees. It's actually a pretty good marketing team. I think we will have to kind of bump that up quite a bit once we get to there, but you know, I think we might be at the point where we might need that now, which, you know, it's not a bad thing, but hopefully we can afford it. It's kind of the other thing we're kind of worried about. So now we've got plenty of lighting in here. The room's already at 200% somehow. Let's go ahead and do our cubicle walls. I forget about doing the walls in between each one. But it's okay. We can just go ahead and just click through real quick. That's actually not a huge deal to do. And there we go. Let's also, since we already have this room selected, let's go ahead and actually paint it. So marketing, I think we should do a nice like red color. I like that kind of red. The flooring, well, let's go ahead and hit apply. I thought there was a text. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at the floor. What kind of floor? So it looks like nothing new. Maybe something like this. Yeah, it's a bit god-awful. Alright, so let's do that, and we'll paint the room. We'll kind of darken the floor just a little bit. And I think that's good, a little marketing space. Can we actually do that to all the chairs in here as well? Can we paint them, is my question. Oh, we can. I think we gotta paint them the same colors, if I can figure out how to do that. Like multi, I guess we can just do this. Select them all like this. Because I kind of like that. I like having like a color coordinated room. I think it'd be kind of cool. And then we're just going to bring that up to the red there. I think that matches pretty well. And there we go. That's a very bright marketing room. But it is our marketing room. So let's go ahead and switch teams. We'll set that to marketing. Marketing has 7 people in it out of the 20 it can have. So what I'll probably end up doing is actually get a leader for marketing. And then we'll expand it out to the 20 it can have. That's probably the best idea right now. Also, before I forget, let's go ahead and limit this room to a canteen. Let's get some nice wood. It's exterior, interior. Some nice waves, and we'll get into some nice wood in here. I think that looks pretty good. Apply that. Let's also throw some paint on here. So now, since this is a relaxing room, let's do a nice blue. I don't know if you guys have ever studied color at all. I spent time in engineering and in computer science, so color was not usually a thing we studied. But if you can go online and look this up, different colors do different things to you, like different things to your eyes, and kind of make your brain react in different ways. Red's a very intense color, so it'll actually kind of make you a little more like faster, things like that. Whereas a blue is a very soothing color, if I remember correctly. It's stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. And something it is kind of neat when, especially if you're building things like amusement parks, something like that. If you notice colors like that around an amusement park, you're like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Like the restaurant I used to work in when I worked for Cedar Fair, it didn't have any seating inside, but the interior was very red, and so people would go through the line very quick. In theory, people would go through the line quicker and then get out to patio where it's, you know, very more natural color and stuff like that. It was kind of interesting like that. But yeah, look at this. So I kind of like how this is turning out so far. But you need to maybe actually, you know, paint this. So since we've got, let's actually do our textures first, just so I have an idea of how I want to do this. We'll do something like that, just kind of basic, nothing crazy. And we'll also just do a nice wood pattern there. We'll throw our paint color on here. So the interior, we'll do a white. I think that works kind of well. And then what is, okay, this is actually the main color. What is this changing then? I don't know. So let me go ahead and actually throw some light in here. Just so I can see what I'm doing. And then we can throw the paint on now. So this is changing the actual wall, but this gray also changes the wall. I think something like that is a pretty good one. And then the floor can be a nice like brown color. More red in there. A little less red, maybe a little faded. There we go. I think that works pretty well. So yeah, so now we have, so it's saying, oh, they can't reach that lamp. Let's go ahead and delete it then. We'll have to get ventilation in here, of course, you know, because this is going to get pretty warm pretty quick. So let's go ahead. I think what we're going to do, either end of this hallway, we're going to have elevators. I think that's going to be kind of the best way to do this. So elevators. Oop, well. Also forgot, maybe I should put some bookshelves in places like this. I don't know if that helps marketing, but I know it helps like programming and things like that, so kind of smart to do that. Alright, well that's not going to help me. So let's, oh, voice is starting to go out. Let me grab a drink of coffee here. There we go. So let's go down a floor here. I'd like to try to line it up with this wall here. So if we look, it is 16 squares away from the edge of the map here. So that is our wall there. We know it's 6 wide. So there we go. We got our kind of our basement level now. Let's go ahead and put our elevators in. I did say I wanted to put nice big elevators in, so that should be able to go all the way to the top there. We'll do it on other ends, but we really don't need them right now, but that's kind of the plan. Because it's good to have a plan. It always is good to have a plan. So, first things first, we need some lights down here. Let's go on the furniture and actually do lights there. There we go. Nope. Kind of do one every 2 spaces. Seems like it would work out pretty well. All right, now we've got some light in here. Let's look at temperature control here. So we do want to, oh, that's a flammability of 10%. That's not ideal. Not worry about that right now. Let's do 3 furnaces, just, you know, because we can. A rooftop AC. Sounds like we have to do the rooftop ACs because that won't do anything good. But let's do a smoke detector as well down here, at least one. Or what do they call them here? Fire alarms. Let's go ahead and do a couple of those down here just in case. And I think what we're going to do, so I think that's good for now. We will, do we want to do a server room down here? Because I mean, we spent about $1 million already on this place. But you know, a server room might not be the worst idea in the world, because we are going to start doing more things on networks. So having a room just dedicated so we can actually build our servers probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. It'd be directly underneath the marketing room. I think that'll work out. So let's look at what kind of servers we can get right now. Servers, what do we got? So we got the medium, so we actually have the tower servers already. Yeah, I think we go with the tower servers. And we don't need those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think they really have to be facing a certain way. I don't think. Actually, I think they kind of do. I mean, in a general sense, they need to be facing one way. So I think what we're going to do, I want to see if I can do this, and then can I connect those servers? I actually just want to have 2 servers, but if we have 2 massive servers, I think that'll work. One for developing and one for, like, we can probably do online distribution. We actually got another reward. We'll look at that. Oh, actually, no, let's go now, because we could have something that, that could be something we can use later. What do we get? Ooh, a nice little drum roll there. Ready? Hey, we got solar panels. So we can actually have a server farm with at least 3. Okay, that's what we got. So we need to hire a receptionist and accept a deal for that one. I'm kind of looking through here. So we just need to hire a chef for that one. We need to do some stocks and bonds there. Okay. So we got a server room. This is not, well, it is accessible. Well, it's not accessible because we don't have a way up. So let's just go with, we do need to do some ventilation. There is our, that's actually pretty, it only lasts a year, but we can save about $1,000 per solar panel. Actually not terrible. We might look into that. That actually might be kind of neat. So let's try to keep this place cool. Minus 10 degrees Celsius. It's a little cold, I'll be honest with you. Ooh, actually, you know what? I didn't know we could put sprinklers in here. Sprinklers may not be a bad, I mean, fair enough. In a server room, you wouldn't have actual sprinklers. If I'm not mistaken, and I haven't worked too much in server rooms. I'm starting working actually in a more now, because I do work in IT. I actually work with our network engineer pretty often. But honestly, they use something else. It's a foam-based. Actually, no, they don't. The company I used to work for, the finance company, actually had a system where if there was a fire in the server room, it actually would completely vent the entire... Why can't I put an elevator there? It would actually completely vent the room out of oxygen, so it would just suffocate the fire, so it wouldn't actually have to use anything like that. Which, you know, it's different. It's something that I didn't think about, but it's like, yeah, water would completely ruin a server like that. All right, why can't I put an elevator there? However, even though we do have elevators, I just read that we do need stairs still because elevators are disabled in fires. Which, don't get me wrong, makes total sense. But, you know, kind of hoping that we can get away with that. So let's go ahead and head... Ooh. Do something like this, and we'll do a right turn stair. Kind of make it look a little fancy. Alright, that's what I want. There. That looks good, and I still don't know how to get the elevators working. And that kind of bugs me a little bit. I don't think we can just do this. Like, we can't just put a wall up. Which kind of stinks. I was kind of hoping we could, but... Oh, well. Oh, it's a building blueprint. Don't want to head that. What we got here? Clone tool, plots, roof, roads, furnish. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know how that elevator, like, I don't know how... Is there something we need to click? I mean, there probably is something I'm missing that, it's like, hey, can you extend all the way up to the floors? Let's go ahead and actually delete these. No. Oh, that would have been terrible. I think I hit the wrong button there. Oh, that's why, because we have lights there. I'm an idiot. All right, hold on. There we go. And now, if I put these... Yeah, there we go. Hey guys, the elevators work now. Don't know why that wasn't doing that. I mean, don't know why I didn't notice that before, but as long as they don't fall into the staircase, we should be fine. And let's actually add a little bit of color and texture to this room. We'll do the wood. We'll do kind of like the basic one we did on the outside and do the wood paneling. The paint, we'll kind of leave the same color for the floors. Because I kind of like that. The interior, we'll kind of leave, we'll make it like a nice, like a light, like a super light, like a cream color. So you light yellow, but it's more cream. And so that works out pretty well. We do need to work on the ventilation still. So now the question is, do we want to use all this space for 2 development teams? Because I want to get a second development team in here, just to make sure we can actually keep up, because we have quite a few products right now. We do need a support team still, which I imagine they need to go up on the next story, because to me they're a huge team. They're going to need more space than we can give them. Like, I might even do like half a plot here, just a support team, because it always seems like we're running low on them. And right now they're doing okay, but I think they could, in the future, I think they'll need to expand, especially since we're coming out with all these new products. So let's do something like that. So that's a 12 by 16. I think that's a good core size. I'd be a massive core team. But essentially, since if we're going to be developing things like operating systems and things like that, we're going to need a massive core team. So I think that's good there. So let's go ahead and copy all this. I know we're not going to be able to use some of this stuff, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's actually, all this we need to move. I want to actually face this wall here. And we can move this. Let's kind of rotate it. There we go. So now let's, first off, change the color of this, because we want the dev team to be a dark blue. Our main core team, I should say. So also get rid of the phone. Not that we aren't going to use, they won't use the phones in here, of course. This is the development team. However, I don't know quite what we're going to be giving these people yet, because you got to remember the core team has both artists and programmers on it, so we will need both eventually. We'll need both sets of computers. So we'll need the drawing tablets and the the calculators, things like that. So I don't quite know what these exact desks will need. But I have an idea of how I can kind of split this up a little bit. Do these... Alright, for some reason I actually have this off. Alright, so this is what I need to do the windows first. So let's do that now. Do maybe kind of pairs like this. Ooh, we'll do something like that. So we'll have to replicate it on this side. And then 2, 2, 2, and then we got 2 space there. I think I'm okay with that. So the lighting, still not great in this room. It's 118. I'd like to keep that around 400. It seems like a little much, but, for some reason, this didn't duplicate across like that. Unless I just missed it, which is possible. So let's go ahead and duplicate all this. That did not duplicate how I wanted it to. Actually, I want the desk as well, people. Come on. There we go. And we can put the last group against that wall there. So they get a little bit of a nice window view. And now, do you need to copy all of this? Hold on, what's that out there? I don't know what that was, but it is gone now. Duplicate it to, let's do it to the edge here. Before I forget, let's go ahead and duplicate that to there. And one more time to really fill out the room here. There we go. So that's going to be our core team. I don't know how many people is going to be in here. Well, each row has 5 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 40 people in our core team. Yeah, that's a good amount, I think, at least to start with. We can actually set this now to our core team. Yeah, I think this is a good amount of people for this. Let's get some lighting in here. Already got a 200 environment. Does our chairs provide the environment? They may. I don't really know that for a fact, but you know, that might be the case. All right, so lighting. Let's do that. LIGHT. I kind of always want to do fluorescent lighting in here. Not that it's the best in the world, but it does allow us to bring a lot of light in very quickly. We're already at 400, but I kind of want to make sure it looks kind of even there. There we go. We can go ahead and this is why I kind of had the. Hold on, that's the reason. I was doing something wrong. I was like, there was a button I needed to hit. I can't remember what it was. So now I think what we're going to do, we need to split up the dev team into different sections. And I think the best way, in my mind, to do it right now, we're going to have 10 artists. So the artists will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that'll be 10 artists, which I think we have 3 right now. It's not like we have a lot. Trying to see if there's anything more. Oh, let's actually go back and put some clocks in each room here. I'm trying to think because the designers are okay with that, but actually they're more inclined for the inbox. So what I want to do, so the next, we're going to have 10 designers, so this next row will be all designers. There we go. And then these, 5, 10, these last 20 here are going to be the leader, which is probably going to be me, just because I can be. But they're all going to be programmers. So I'll have 20 programmers, 10 designers, and then 10 artists. I think for right now, for what we're doing, I think that's going to be a really good team. We will need to kind of step up our game on that just a little bit, but that is looking good. I realize I didn't paint the walls yet, so let's do that. And the floor, we'll kind of do a nice gray. Yeah, I think that'll work. So there we go. Now we need to get the environment up in this place a little bit because it looks a little drab. Let's be real here. Decorations. We can put a nice big entry rug in here. Like it. Like the colors too, orange and blue. You know, can't go wrong with that. Let's do some art along the walls here. I was kind of hoping to center them, but don't quite think that's going to happen here. I know part of the cubicles are covering them up, but that kind of happens. Maybe do an area rug along each one of the cubicles here. This is still not getting this environment up at all. That's not ideal. You know what? Let's do some table plants. Every other desk like this, we'll get a table plant. We've just hit 1%. I am a bit worried. You know what? Everybody getting a table plant. You get a table plant. You get a table plant. Everybody's getting a table plant. Because for some reason our office environment is just that bad. I have no idea why either. Like, it's starting to get there a little bit, but yeah, it's odd because like in the, unless I'm doing something wrong, unless maybe the temperature. Oh, now it's at 200. Yeah, I have no idea why that did that. Was it glitched a little bit? Maybe. Let's remove some. Ooh, all right. So now we're starting to get a little low in the old foliage. They don't really like that. There. All right. So for some reason we need like a small forest in our office, but yeah, you know, if that's what they need, that's what they need. So we've already assigned this to the core team. Let's go ahead and auto-assign the computers in here. We can do that over here as well. Since they actually have tasks and everything, they should be able to do that properly. So there is our first dev room. We can really almost just duplicate this room, move it over here, and call it a day. For our second dev team, I don't think we really need a second dev team right this second. So I'd like to get some money coming in. Well, I mean, we spent about $1.5 million already on this office. And so far, I think we're almost ready to be moved into it. Problem is, we do need a support room going. Because I did say we were going to move one up here. So let's go ahead. Structure walls. Rectangular walls. Let's do something like this. Also realize I don't have bathrooms yet. You know what? I did say I was going to put... I did say I was going to put the more elevators down here, but I think bathrooms actually might be better down here. I actually totally blanked on bathrooms. Not ideal, I'll be honest with you. If that's the one room that they're not going to let me do, I'm going to be a little upset. Let's do this. So furniture, bathroom. We'll do a nice wall light. How about that? And ooh, we actually have to have a sink. Yikes. I thought I just needed a toilet. Alright, well. It's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze in these bathrooms, but you know what? That's okay. Didn't know what we actually needed. We're doing some... we already got the lights in here, so we don't really need that. They need doors, though. I'm like, there's something missing, and I don't remember what it was. It literally just need doors. And there we go. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but you know what? I am okay with that. It's not ideal, but it will work. We do need we need to put some cameras up. And so what we will do, we'll put some on the exterior here. If I can. Not put one there. Put one there. We'll get some looking at the front desk here. Put one. We'll put two in marketing. One or two in the canteen. One guarding the bathrooms. Not in the bathrooms, just guarding them. And we'll put quite a few down here because this is where a lot of our money's at right now. We also need some lights in here. I didn't realize I didn't put any lights in here. But we're going to do the fluorescent ones because highly unlikely that people would actually be coming down here very often. So, you know, don't really need all that light. But I do want to have enough for the cameras to see if anybody's stealing anything. There we go. And let's go back up to the first floor. I think we got all the cameras in here I want. We do need stairs up to the second floor, though, so let's get those in. We'll do this kind of the same way. I kind of want to keep it along the wall here. There we go. So now we got access to the second floor here. And I do want to actually bring... Oh, if I can. I got to figure out... I might have to delete this merge rooms. I actually want to... I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, but we'll figure it out. 'Cause I really just want to... Can I just run a wall this way? There we go. That's how you do it. Can I now do that downstairs? Hold on. I kind of want to just, you know... I guess what I could do... They don't have an open frame for just a double door? That's a little odd, unless I haven't unlocked it yet. I very well could just not have unlocked it yet, and that's, you know. And if that's the case, we can come back later and fix that. But I think I like that a little bit better. people don't try to fall into the staircase, and we'll do that up here as well. So that means we will need freeform. Where's my walls at? There they are. Free angle. Do. And didn't think about that. That's a little more space than the other one has. We'll have to worry about that later. I don't know how I'm going to fix that one, but we'll figure it out. So let's, well, number one needs the door over here. There we go. For some reason, something is blocking its path. I have no idea what that is, but let's get some lights in here. We already have the lights. Oop, and I just messed that up. Light, please. Let's go ahead and just, drop our fluorescent lighting in here so we can see what we're doing here. And for some reason, it just did not like that. Alright, well, let's go with a double door then. We might just have to delete that wall, because it, for some reason, just does not like the wall being there. Alright, whatever. And let's go ahead and get our support room. Let's see the door. We'll do it there. We also can use some of this space over here for bathrooms. Something like this. You know what? Can we undo that? I don't want to destroy that. Oh, it looks like they already did, so cool. We can do them too wide. These are going to be a little bit nicer bathrooms in here. Now that I learned we actually have to have sinks. Why you'd ever need those, but alright. Alright, so there is that. Let's go ahead and get our bathroom set up here. I realize I don't have any water coolers. That's a bit of an issue. I do want to have those actually in the offices themselves, because I think it'll kind of help, so they stay in their office. I will have some in the break room as well. It's not like, we can't have them in the break room, but yeah, I think that'll work out a little bit better here. And it's saying that something is blocking its path. I don't understand that. Like, it was working fine just like 10 minutes ago. Alright, well, we're about to get rid of the walls, unfortunately. The game's like, nope, can't have that. Well, I would like to have some railings like that, though, just to kind of help, or half walls. Half walls would look really good, at least in my opinion. Alright, back to these bathrooms, though. Let's go ahead and go to function, or actually, let's go to room, bathroom. Go ahead and we'll put the nicer lights in here. Just because, why not? We'll put our toilets down. And our sinks in. Give people a little more space to walk around in the bathroom. And you know what? We could actually make these... We don't really get to use this texture very often. We'll actually make these a nice tile floor. Why not? I kind of like the bigger tiles a little bit better. Floor, there we go. So there is that. Let's also work on this room a little bit, because this is kind of the landing for the second floor. So I kind of like, I'll just leave it like that. But I think, paint wise, make it kind of that cream color we were working with earlier. Exterior, actually cancel that. Let's redo that, because I actually want the interior kind of be like a nice yellow, and then the floor, we'll do the brown. Got the generic brown we have been using. There we go. So that looks pretty good. We do need to get our windows in here, though. So let's do that before I forget. First, we're just going to copy what the first floor did. There we go. That looks pretty good. We do need some, well, we really can't do too many windows on the first floor because of the elevators. But we can do one on either side here. And do that. I think that works out pretty well. We can even do some patios out here. But I think also, well, I have some ideas. I do want to try to do like the rooftop stuff and things like that. So that doesn't really look great, I'll be honest with you. But we'll worry about that here in a moment. So let's see here. Yeah, I think we want to go ahead and just, I'm going to duplicate this row of desk. Go up to the second floor here. You just place them down. Now, I do want to, number one, the door's in a different location, so we'll need to move this desk. Move to there. It's actually not the worst thing in the world. We'll go ahead and delete the calculators out of here. And then we will get, I think it's the phone that the service needs. Yes. So we get the phone in here. There we go. So now we can go ahead and duplicate all this. Rotate it around. There we go. Now we can go ahead and duplicate this. Put it on this side. Make sure we get our walls in the middle here. Just want actually that piece there. Make sure we can keep everybody nice and cornered off from everybody else. I don't know why people like that, but some people do, some people don't. I kind of like my privacy like that though, so it is kind of nice. And then we'll do the last row. Oh, well, that didn't work. Right there. Did I not get it? For some reason, that last desk did not copy. Alright, well, we can fix that. There we go. Now, we need to copy all this. Duplicate it. Slide that over there. For some reason, that last row of desk did not get copied. Alright, well, we can fix that. Duplicate. There we go. And now, let's see how our room's doing. Decoration, we're perfect. Lights we still need, but we can do that here. Do that. Do some nice fluorescent lamps. I'm already at 400 lux. Alright, there we go. So there is all that. We do need a water cooler in here, though. So let's get that in here. And I did just realize that I forgot to color the chairs. Yikes. Alright, so this is going to be our support team room. So we'll do something like that. Color-wise, support team's going to be yellow. Because I think that's, I think that works pretty well. We'll do kind of nice generic colors there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll have to highlight every single chair in this room. Select, oh, there we go. I can do that. Makes it a little bit easier. See, it's going to go to a nice deep yellow. I kind of like that. There we go. And so now we've got our support room. And so we can switch the teams over to support. They only have 6 employees, and so they can have up to, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's either 40 or 45. I don't know which one, but I don't really feel like recounting. We go ahead and auto-assign those computers. We've got bathrooms ready up here. Let's take a look at the roof, because it didn't look great. Can we actually raise the roof a little bit? Align. I mean, it doesn't really look great, I'll be honest with you. I wonder why it's not putting a roof over this point, which is, that's a bit odd to me. Oh, that's the slope of the roof. All right. Oh, hold on. I bet you that's why, because we didn't have that selected. Okay, learning a little bit more here. All right, so now if we hit add roof, yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Something like that. If we kind of, yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, it looks good enough. It's not ideal, but you know, it's also our building. Let's also get some windows on the second floor on this side. Let's get down one actually. There we go. I had to think how to get back to here. So let's go ahead and do some windows. Maybe along here. Do a nice set of 2 there. Can't do the 2 on that side though, unfortunately. You know what? Actually, let's actually kind of replicate that. We do need to get our elevators up here though, so let's get that going. There we go. Oh. Something is occupying that space. Let's go ahead and move it over to here. Kind of move these in line with each other. Learn from my mistake the first time. All right, so there is that. Now we do need to do some more temperature control because it's going to be kind of hot in our building if we don't have air conditioning. But let's do something like that. All right, I'm a bit confused on how this works. All right, so do I just have to create another room? Hold on, let me do that this way. So let's just create a small room off to the side here, like that. And can I convert, delete? All right, so I got to delete these windows now. All right, well, that's great. But now can I put the temperature or the AC in here? Yes, I can. All right, so I don't know how this is going to go, but more hopefully that'll be enough. Let's put a door onto here. Door right there. And how's that look on the top? Okay, that's actually not bad. Looks like we kind of tacked it on at the end, but you know, it's fine. So there is that. So now does that solve our... It does not. Alright, so what do we do here? What else do we do here? Let's also add some sprinklers into here. And up in the AC room. Because if something does go wrong, I want to make sure that we have... have that taken care of. But for some reason, it's still saying that we don't have enough ventilation. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. I think this is good enough. We'll try to figure out the ventilation thing here soon. If I have to Google something, I will. But I also kind of wanted to get solar panels up. Let's do that. Let's do one more. Let's try to get some solar panels going. Right now, there's no way we can get to this room, but you know, fair. So SOLAR. There we go. 5. Let's try this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. How does that look? That's kind of neat. All right. I'm kind of happy with that. The problem is we can't get over here, and apparently they need access to this room. So, in that case, what I'll do, I'll just add a little room on the front of here and put a door. Yeah, we'll put a double door here, and we'll put a double door on this side too, because why not? So now we got a little bit of a tunnel as you come into the building, but, you know, that's kind of neat. I kind of like stuff like that. We'll have to figure out the roof too, because I'm not a huge fan of how that roof looks, but very rarely will we have that up there, you know, so. But alright, I think we're finally ready to actually start playing the game again. Some of these rooms don't have a lot of light in them. I'm a little concerned about that, but so right now these guys won't actually be doing much. So also, we didn't even think about doing a printing area. We'll have to probably buy another area. Maybe here we can actually use that as a warehouse as well. You can see here our people are starting to arrive at our new office. You know, they're getting to enjoy Cyberfryer LLC for the first time. While I remember, I do want to actually start printing. We'll order, 25,000 copies. You can see people are starting to file into their new offices. Everybody's excited to be here. I don't have any chefs. Let's do that. Hold on. So we need to do a couple of things before we really get ahead of ourselves. We do need to hire. I'm going to hire a cleaner. I'm going to hire a receptionist. I'm going to hire 3 cooks and 2 security guards. These 2 security guards, hopefully I can kind of offset them enough. Actually, we'll probably have to hire a 3rd to come in between there. So we'll have 3. So we'll have round-the-clock security. I think we can afford it, especially with all the stuff that we have in here. Yeah, we actually might need to have a couple of cleaners. So let's hire, let's have a cleaner here pretty much the entire time somebody's here. So this one will come 8 to 12. This person will come 12 to 16. And we leave it 17, so we'll do 13 to 17. I think that'll work out really well. Let's claim this also reward. What can we claim? This one. So this is for our chefs and everything. Oh, we got a serving table. That would have been, hold on. That would have been nice about 10 minutes ago. Let's go ahead and actually get rid of all this. Let's actually look at our serving tables. Look at that. Throw out the white linens. We've got the good stuff now. There we go. Happy about that. Our people can eat. We've got our receptionist. Yeah. Do they want a chair? Let's get them a chair. Why not? Or not, because they won't let me have chairs. We do have some waiting chairs, though. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. I just kind of dot these around just a little bit and put a couple back here as well. But we can actually start accepting contract deals, things like marketing and things like that. Our core team kind of spread out now because artists are down here. Well, I think this is our artist. Let's double check and make sure that something didn't go completely awry. And let's see here. What are you? What are you? You are our designer. Did I do something wrong here? Maybe I did. I think it'll be okay. We'll figure it out eventually. But Omnidesk has made $1.3 million. Right now, active users, we have just over 20,000 users. So let's actually go ahead, and I'm going to go over to the core team. Employees. Can I actually educate myself? I cannot. But I do want to make me the leader of core team. So let's change that role to a leader. Can I now? Okay, yeah, I can't do that yet. I do want to do a couple things actually before I forget. I'm doing some employee benefits because I think we'll do some health insurance. We'll do $10,000 per hospitalization. We'll give them $25,000 if they die. We'll give them 1 month vacation. I'm okay with some paid vacation there. Free food, we'll leave that there for now. Christmas bonus, we can give that's 25%. Number one, if we're doing a company car, it's got to be orange, because why not? But we're not going to do any company cars right now. Let's do a minimum wage of $48, like minimum raise of $48 a year. Pension, start doing that. We'll do $50 a month. This is going to cut into our profits, though. However, it's going to make our employees a little bit happier. It's going to make, if they retire, or something happens to them, they'll feel a little bit better, hopefully. But what we really need to do, how many of each person do we have? All right, let's look at the core team. Because I kind of want to start looking at... So he is an artist. So can we actually change... All right, so artist, he's a little bit of everything. Because right now, I'd like to get 10 artists in here. How many artists do we actually have on core team? Let's look at that first. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I should say it's got. He's starting to get there. No, he really is an artist. So that's probably 4. And then technically I'm an artist. Who knew? So maybe 5. We'll say 4. So we need to hire about 6 artists for the core team. So let's hire employees. We'll look at artist. We'll do 2 of each. How does that sound? We'll do personality and overall skill. Spend a little bit of money. You're going on the core team, so 2D art. Okay, and how's this one? 2D art looks good. And then we'll do hire employee. Go to artist. We'll go to 3D now. We'll actually, we'll do a medium again, and we'll spend some money and start looking. 2D, good. 3D, I'm sorry. Both look good there. Now let's hire last 2. We'll need a audio, and we'll need 2 of these guys. He's also a programmer in audio, which is awesome. Also designer. Okay, a lot of these people can multitask. I'm okay with that. So how many people now do we have? We have 15 people on the core team now. Okay, what are we lacking? You see here we have all of our skills. Design, we could use a network designer and a hardware designer. Why don't we look for 2 of those? So we'll need a designer. For hardware, I want to give you a high salary. So this guy's a skill in 4. He's a really good hardware designer. All right, I can hire him. And we also could use, I don't know if the updates yet. Not quite. Can we also hire a network designer? So let's go to hire designer in network. Kind of like how they break this down a lot. You see where a lot of our programmers are at and a lot of our designers are at, which is kind of nice. What do we got here? Let's see. Network designers, not really much else. Actually, that's actually a really good leader. We were looking for network, which I kind of like this because they do have they have a good design, but they do have some programming as well. So it's not just in the design process. They can help us. So that is all good. That gets us up to 17 people. We need 3 more. What are we? Let's let them come in tomorrow and see where we're at. I don't think it's updating until we actually get them in. Skip to the next day. Omnidesk still moving a lot of Oh, we actually haven't switched over to the next day yet. Oh, because we have security here. That's why. Yeah, I think it's not bad. I think next thing we need. Eventually, what I want to do is I want to have an antivirus team. I want to have a Omnidesk team. I want a Boombox team. I want a Snippet team. So this is kind of the precursor to all that. But let's take a look at core team once again. Not really. You can kind of see our development. It's not really updating at all for some reason. Or did I accidentally put them somewhere else? Says that I signed them to the core team. Which marketing and support has not gone up. So it's got to be they're here. Oh, there we go. That looks better. So we do have our full network. We're lacking a little bit in 3D programming. Kind of noticed that. So can we actually maybe get a 3D programmer and a 3D or two? How about we get 2 3D programmers and a 3D designer? I think that it would be. You know what? Let's get the designer first for 3D. How's he looking? Not bad, but he's got a little more programming skill, or she. I don't really know. And then we'll get 2 more people. We get 2 programmers in 3D. High salary. I'm good with that. How are you looking here? So 3D, you also got some 3D art. Kind of like that. They have a really good design across the board as well as the 3D I'm looking for. So let's go with that person. Same with this person. I like that better. All right, so there we go. So now we got a full core team. I think that's pretty good. And then we should help fill in those slots. So we actually really have a really good, well-rounded team. I'm happy with that. Let's move on to marketers, or the marketing team. As you can see here, not much in the way of anything really specific. However, I do want them to be, I do want to hire, I think they can have, I think the room can support 20 people. 4 rows of 5, so 20 people. They're using this first row here pretty effectively. So we do need to get a leader for this. So the first thing we want to do, we do want to hire a leader specializing in HR. That's fine. Overall skill. So this person's actually going to go to the marketing team. So let's do this. So they can handle hiring and firings, and they can also hold, well, they can also socialize with employees, but not quite hold meetings yet. Is there somebody who can hold meetings? This person can. Normal compatibility, I'm okay with that. Doesn't really do much in the way of marketing. However, they do have the hold meetings and handle hirings. I'm okay with that. So I think that's going to be our new core, our marketing leader. So let's go over to employees there. And this is, I think, our new person. So that one we're actually going to change roles to the leader. So now we can hire up to 12 marketers, which I think we will, because if you see here, we don't quite get all of our marketing out. And so I think having a big marketing team like that, we'll go medium salary for that. So we'll begin looking now. Let's go compatibility, and then let's look at what they've got. Level 2 marketing, good. So that is one. All right, cool. It automatically updates. So I don't have to keep track anymore. So that works good. Good, good. So we're up to 12 now. Let's look again. Yeah, I'll spend the $7,000 to look again. A little bit of design, or programming, I'm sorry. That's actually pretty good. So let's do that. Level 2 there. Pretty much all these are going to be level 2s. Some are better than others, but... And there's our 20 people. Not bad at all. So now we got a pretty big marketing team coming in. So now we actually have deals coming in. We don't have we can't do print jobs right now. Want to do that here soon. Maybe we might do that today. We're really kind of looking at time. We're only about halfway through this stream. We've got quite a bit done so far. Gotta love that cold coffee. Anyways, since we have a pretty big marketing team now, they should be able to handle all of our marketing, and even maybe handle some other marketing. So I can look at doing deals for other people as well, which I think will work out pretty well. I do want to I'm thinking about actually buying this plot of land and making that our warehouse and printing area. Of course, we want to put some security over there, so that'll be a little bit more. We do have our market, or our core team, or not core team, our development team needs to start working on something. So let's do a sequel. To Guard Dog. Let's make a sequel. And this will be called Guard Dog Unleashed. Alright, that's a stupid name. Fair. But we do get some extra stuff. We do have some. That's level 1980. Oh, we need to actually enable the interface, which we did last time. So I think that's what we need to do. We actually have marketing. So this is actually something we can do. We can actually do port blocking and stuff like that. We haven't quite got down there yet. Antivirus default, $65. Publisher, we really don't need a publisher for this one. Let's go over to advanced. New framework. We're going to call this the Doggo framework. Doggo is going to be for all of our antivirus. We went with OptiBlinds. You know, I also just realized that we actually never ported Omnidesk to anything. Essentially, Omnidesk was just on one system. So I think we need to actually update that to a couple more. I think we'll make a lot more money that way too. So let's go ahead. Next day, we should have our full core team in here and our full marketing team. Let's go ahead and skip time a little bit because, well, we do have our security here. There is everybody coming in. Look at all the marketing. Look at all the advertisements. It's amazing. Our core team, pretty much most of the people are here. There's about 20 people here. It's also March, so they might be on vacation. But look at all the marketing going up. That thing's flying now. That's amazing. Let's also pause Guard Dog Unleashed right this second. Let's just focus on that port. If we can get our 3 ports done, hopefully that will help out quite a bit. Gonna skip forward a little bit here. There we go. So hopefully the porting won't take too long. At least that's kind of the hope. These are all print jobs. We really do need to get a printing area built. And you know what? Why don't we go ahead and do it? Let's see here. Plots of land. So that is 1 full plot of land. I really don't want to have to buy all of it. And notice I can't really buy... I can buy some of these areas, but, you know. Let's go ahead and buy this plot of land, though. And rip out all the bushes and nice little trees. Like this. We spent almost $300,000. We've almost spent $600,000 just building this area. It's quite a bit. Well, let's go ahead and get some doors in here. And we'll get. Well, let's get our printing done first. Let's see, distribution is what I'm looking at. So we got component. Oh, I forgot we could actually do hardware. Ooh, hold on. All right, hold on. Ooh, we actually have to. This is a little more complex than I thought it was. All right, so there is. We'll do, I guess, 3 garage. Oh, we can do a helipad. Hold on. Time out here. I want to read this description. Automatically yeets up to 108 boxes straight into the stratosphere for $5,400 a pop. Well, that's just interesting. All right, well. All right, so we do need to get our disk printer here. So, oh, this has to be placed on a conveyor belt. Well, this is, I guess we're learning today and how all this works. So this is a dead end. All right, well, That is okay. 3, 4, 5, 6 printers. Let's see here. So this is a... Okay, so those are the printers. We really don't need those yet. Probably we'll need one of those eventually. Well, I guess it's going to be some... We essentially, think about this. We just enter factorial again. That's what's happened. Unfortunately. It's essentially, that's what's happened. We're building conveyor belts, and we have to maneuver our way around all this. Is this the wrong way? No, it's not. I think this, though, is the wrong way. Yes, now that looks pretty good. So the direction it's pointing is the direction it'll actually... Alright, that works better. There we go. So now, right now, all those will go out into their respective... Let's actually delete this. I have an idea I want to try. And in that case, I'll have to move this to there. There we go. So right now, if I rotate that, well, it will not create a turn. But that works. Okay. I'm okay with that. It's because now what I can do... Hold on. There we go. Is set up printers along this aisle here. And not have to worry about that anymore. Alright, so now let's come down this way. There probably is a better way to do this. However, this is the first time I've ever played around with this. So pallets. Is that how that works? Like if I put another, or if I put 3 pallets down here, and this thing, does that like just automatically knock them onto the pallets there? I mean, essentially that's how I read it works. If not, they come out to the garage doors here. And let's get a second line of printers, because we probably can use them. Let's go ahead and just drop that on here. This is a little more complex. I'm a little interested. I'm interested to see how this works. It might be more visual this time too, because you realize printing was just kind of like, oh, they printed out and it's on a pallet now. Now it actually might be a little more interesting to actually see how everything goes now. There we go. So now all that's... I do want to make a... wonder, hold on. Can I do something like this then? Oh, I'm wondering if actually that's not going to work. Hold on here. Well, let me try something. Let's just try it like that. I know people can't reach that printer because I need something. Where there? I thought there was like a thing where they could walk over. Well, I guess what I could do is mount this one to this. Ooh. No, it can't. Alright, so how I'm going to have to do this is move this away just a little bit. So, 1, 2, down. So we have to be there. If this works how I think it's going to work, what I can do is do that. We'll delete. Why did it do that? I'm going to delete this one and this one. do a conveyor ramp up, ceiling mounted one, and then a conveyor ramp down. Like that, and then staff can now walk back through here. Yeah, that should work. Hopefully. And now all my printers are good to go now. We're going to try this. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. I do want to put security over here. Put a security desk over here. We'll have to hire 3 more security for over here. I do want to put some cameras up, just in case. Because I got a feeling this place could very easily be robbed. I'll put another door down here. You know what? We do need some, maybe a nice smaller cyber fire over there, just to make sure they know that we've taken over this area here. So let's see how this goes. And now what we can do, I just kind of want to start just printing our own software. So let's start printing. It's at 50,000 before. I mean, we have 10,000 in storage right now, so let's go ahead and start printing more out for that one. Boombox we're not really selling much of anymore. Same with, I mean, Snippet we're selling a little bit of, but you know. So we got a lot to kind of look at right now. We got to kind of worry about our core team. We're developing another antivirus, which I think we can go ahead and just keep doing with the port. I'm not really too concerned about that. We got a pretty large team there. And we've entered the 90s. We're starting to look at what we can and can't do. You know what? I just realized that we've got boxes coming onto the line here. And we don't have couriers come pick them up. So let's just call a couple couriers. And then we'll hire 3 couriers. We'll have one come right in the morning. We'll have one come about 11. We'll have one come at noon. And you know what? It actually might be more beneficial if I actually put the courier parking over here. You know what? I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, this would be a good idea. Oh, this would be a good idea. Oh, this, you know, and then just it kind of builds up. So what if I did this? So now I've got this, and I put some vertical parking in here. But we say that this is not free parking. This is just for deliveries. So this is just for our couriers. We'll be able to, can we actually make the drop-off doors over here? We can. So let's do that. And we'll get rid of these. Glad the undo button works on this game, because I would have just made a huge mistake. Alright, so here's kind of what I'm thinking here. I think we kind of keep this structure here. I think we split it here. Actually, I'm going to keep that one. We need to move our pallets, though. We'll keep that one there. We don't really need these, though. We have to realign these anyways, so so this one's gonna go right, so it's going to go back 1, move to there. This one needs to move back 1 to there, and then we need to duplicate this one and move it to there. All right, there we go. Now, so that built that the wrong way. All right, well. There we go. So now, that should lead out to there. Now, what I had in mind here is if I can, I want to see if I can actually make like a pallet solution here. Do something like this, and then run that there. If we now put our pallets here, we can say we want to push them off there, and if need be, we can reload them back on the belt here, and then this thing can then come up this way. Oh, we got a door here, don't we? Yeah, we do. So I'll delete the door and the camera here. And we'll go up to there. We're just gonna, oh, we can't do that. We'll have to actually go down one. And this I'll just have to loop back into here. Come on. There we go. So now this will actually come back out, and then we can redistribute it back out that way. We're going to try this and see how this works. Don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. Let's also actually, before I go back to playing, let's make it look nice over here. Something like this. Ooh, that's an odd number, and I don't like that. Well, that didn't help me here. But this will work. It's going to take me just a second here. There we go. So it still looks like they can drive up, but really they're just going to walk. But there we go. Hopefully this will be a little bit better solution. We do need another door over here, though. I keep finding things I need to add, and there we go. Put a door there. We'll need to put a camera back up over here. And we need some lights as well. Because, you know, it's a pretty, I mean, it's still a warehouse. It's not like it's... There we go. So at least we can see in there now. And I will do that. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It's going to say that, Alright, well, I tried. Let's get rid of all this, because reasons. We can actually move these, though, over to here. Let's keep some light in here. Might be a bit overkill on the food there. But hey, that's okay. I really am thinking we might need a second development team to do stuff like sequels and stuff like that. But that is just a lot of people we'd have to hire. Oh, but I do have a reward waiting on me. Hold on. What do we have? Oh, we've got... Oh, the printing one, of course. Drum roll, please. I've got a box elevator now. Why I ever need that? No idea. But you know what? We can actually start doing print jobs, though. What's the smallest one? This one right here. 115,000 copies. Can we go ahead? Start on that. But we did get our first reward, so we can see what our first reward is for that. Oh, we got some nice couches. You know what? Let's put a couch up. Because you know, why not? You know, we want to make sure our people can wait in comfort. Or do whatever in comfort, I don't really know. Let's move these lamps because they're already starting to bug me. But yeah, I think this is going pretty well. I really think we might just put a second dev room here and just copy and paste. Let a second dev team move in there. I think that's probably not the worst idea in the world. Let's do that. Let's see here. We've done a lot of building this episode. I know we have, but it's just, you know, It is a little bit smaller though, unfortunately. I did notice that. But let's go ahead and just duplicate all this. And that's, you know, we can kind of at least figure out. It's got 2 arrows there. At least we can figure out where we need to put people at, or put our doors like that at. Put it right there. But I think we're only going to do 1 aisle of people. So this team will be a little bit. Hold on. Why can't we? Oh, we just can't purchase it at all. That's a little weird. But all right, that's that, I guess. Let's go ahead and just duplicate this. We'll have just a little bit larger center aisle for those teams. But they'll only be able to hire 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. They'll be able to hire, what, 36 people? Is that right? 32 people. They'll be able to hire 32 people, which is okay. Let's go ahead and actually assign this to a new team called Dev 1. They don't have anybody yet, but remember, we can only hire 32 people for this one, but we can go out into the game now and start hiring employees. I do want to have somebody who can actually do HR here. High priority. Personality I don't care about because they're going to be in a new team, so it doesn't really matter. So they can handle hiring, multitasking. I'd like to have somebody that has high socialization too. It's kind of the idea. There we go. That's perfect. So handle hiring, education, and complaints. They also can do, or they can also hold meetings. So let's hire that. You know what? We don't have a meeting room. We need a meeting room. And number one, we also need to get this. We actually need to get some lights in here before I forget. Yeah, I don't know why we don't have a meeting room. I mean, we have. Oh crap! I just realized that the reason the lights weren't on because we just have a bunch. We just don't have any people in there. Yikes. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. Anyways, let's get another team in here, or at least get the dev team 1 in here. So I think we just want to have another well-rounded team here. So we have 32 people. So let me get a piece of paper out. I know a lot of people don't do this, but yeah, let's take a look at. Let's actually go. So we have 32 people, and we have pretty much 3 different people we need. We need artists. We'll need developers. Or designers, I should say, and then we need programmers. And so, in my mind, you're going to need more programmers than anything else. So if we gave each person 8, that would 8 artists, 8 designers. That's 24 people, and we're still short 8 people. So we can do. If we do 11 designers, 11 programmers, and 10 artists, that'll be kind of, I think, the best breakdown. That'll give us a good rounded variable kind of thing, so that we can kind of get. So if we want to work on different programs, we can. I wouldn't feel too awful to send these guys something. Anyways. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go and we'll go ahead and hire. We'll do the artist first. So 2D, I think 2D we'll get 3. Well, hold on. We'll get 4 2D programmers and 3 of the rest of them. That seems like that would be good for me. So this person right here, you're going to Dev 1. Oh, these are for artists. I'm sorry. 2D artist. That person's what I'm looking for. So we'll hire that person. Let's look again. The skill was not there. So we'll need that person's good. That person's good. It's also got some programming. I like that. We need one more 2D. So this one I'm not as concerned about. So there is that. So we have 4 artists now on the dev team. So let's go ahead and hire. We're looking for artist specializing in 3D. We'll go ahead and spend some money. Start looking. 3D or 2. That one's got a 3 and some programming. Like that. So we need 2 more. We'll just hire the top 2. That's fine. Now we need 2 more artists. We're going to go for audio. High salary. Begin looking. And this is why I kind of want... Ooh. There's no 4-star people in this one. Let's look again. Hey, it got even worse. Alright, well, that's not ideal, but I guess we can go with 2 of those people. So there we go. We got 10 people now. So let's go with designers now. Let's see here. Designers. You know what? I just thought of this. I hired a leader that can actually do all this. Why don't I just have them actually do their job? So let's do a $2,000 budget. They can handle wages and complaints. Role selection, hired 4. Education, status. I actually want to do some education with these guys. So what is this? Yeah, we'll do 1 at a time. Nothing crazy. Programmers, we wanted 11 programmers, 11 designers, and 10 artists. Well, 9 artists. Is that right? 22. That's what I wanted. But we have to cut somebody else because the leader's in there. Let's cut a designer. So that'll be... So 31, and they'll have 1. 32. Specialization... let's set to all. Preferred age, let's try to lower it to about 30. We'll go medium. I'm okay with that because we have a little bit better people in there. Don't know why education is disabled. But I think that works out for us. So they will hire all that. Let's also, while we're paused, I know we're going to be doing more building, but we can actually make this like a little meeting area over here. So let's do that. Let's build. Want to build a little bit more. This room actually, can we demolish? Or hold on, I can do this. I'm trying to think. Free-formed rooms. We'll do that, and then we'll do one like this. This will actually become our hallway here. And we can actually have this wrap around the outside of the building here. Like that. And these 3, well, actually these 4 rooms, I want to merge together. If I can figure out what... There we go. So that looks good. And then these 2 rooms I want to merge together. And there is going to be our first meeting room. I'll put some nice windows on the front here. I'm just going to replicate the ones that are on the bottom floor there. This is not a very... Ooh. It's not a very big room. So this might be one of our smaller meeting rooms, but, you know, it should still work. Do something like this, maybe. A little bit different. I have to move these. We'll have to rotate them. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to give it a try, though. Come on. There we go. And if I fall flat on my face, I fall flat on my face. But there we go. That is going to be our first meeting room here. Limit usage to meeting. And you know what? We need a sign. I think this room deserves a sign. A small one, you know. Oh, that's going to be on the exterior. Never mind. I kind of wish you could put those inside. That'd be kind of a neat thing to have inside there. All right, so this is actually... Let's build 2 meeting rooms. I think that will be kind of nice. just so that we can have a smaller meeting room for like teams, but we also do have a larger one here for like if we're having a little bit larger team meetings. I mean, something like the core team. The core team would have to have a meeting room about this size to fit all the people in there. I don't know why those are offset like that, and that kind of bugs me. Hold on. You have no idea why that's offset like that. That's going to drive me crazy for a little bit. Oh well. We'll just have to live with it, I guess. Let's just continue that pattern all the way down there. So now we've got this meeting room in here. Let's actually add a bit of light in there. Why not? Just to add a little bit of... no, let's not do that. So this will be our meeting room here. Do we want to do... See, I don't know. I think what I want to... That's actually not what I wanted to do. I have an idea. It's a little bit of a unique idea. Because when I was... There was a company I used to work for, the finance company I used to work for, I should say. We actually had our meeting rooms were like this. They're almost like classrooms, almost. And they were unique. I will give them that. We'll do something like that so we can have somebody on the end here. And then we had usually like a table up here that whoever was leading the meeting would use. And so yeah, with 3, 6, 9, 15, 16 people can use this as a meeting room. We do actually probably just kind of looked at it. We have to, well, unfortunately, since we have that little cutout there, we're going to have to modify this meeting room just a tiny bit because we do need this hallway to continue. So this, and this, would you please merge? And we can now put our door there. So that looks pretty good. We can also extend this meeting room out a bit more even. Actually, you know what? Because of that, let's actually move this over here so that even if you're in the back, you can still kind of see the person handling the meeting. I think that works. So that gives up to 19 people. It's a fairly, you know, it'll be a decent sized meeting room, but I realize that none of our teams can actually, you know, fit inside this room. We do need a little bit more, it sounds like, which is fine. We can do that. It honestly sounds like we need like a small amphitheater to fit our company into. And there's companies that have that. Like if you some of the larger companies, like especially tech companies, have like auditoriums that you can go into that they actually hold meetings in. Let's see here. If we duplicate this, can't put it right at the door there, but that should at least get us a decent meeting area. And we'll switch this to, oh, not teams. Just limit this use to meetings. Doesn't have enough light. We need to fix that. I will do some nice wall lights. Why not? There we go. I kind of like that. All right, so let's go back to actually doing what we were supposed to be doing. So well, you know what? One more thing. I know I can't change the signs. Oh, let's think. Never mind. I was going to move the signs up so they're a little more prominent. But that's okay if we can't. So it looks like our support team still be able to handle everything there. Nothing really too crazy. How many people? We have 27,000, 56,000 users for OmniDesk. It has been a little while since we've released the antivirus. We're working on one now, but it looks like everything's pretty much handling itself. Nothing too crazy is going on. We are making quite a bit of money, though. Omnidesk made $2.2 million last month. Snippet's still making a ton of money. I have no idea why. But it is somehow making a lot of money. And you know what? Right now, Dev Team 2 is sitting in like a small sun. So let's get rid of some of their lights up here. There we go. But also, we should really paint this room so it kind of matches. I think all my dev teams are going to be in some sort of blue. And we can actually turn down the floor a little bit just to kind of help with that lighting. So now, how are we doing dev teams? So they still only have 10 people. The leader probably just got there today, so I don't doubt that. Let's actually go ahead and assign dev team 1 also to the port, just to see if they can help out with that at all. I know most of these people are actually artists, so probably won't be really too much right now. Also realized that I didn't let dev team stay, or dev team 1 to stay at 5 o'clock. We need to do that. So, all right, still making a lot of money on Omnidesk. How many employees? So dev team still is only showing 10 people in it. Why is that? Where is my person at? Employees. Oh, I didn't assign the leader. That would probably be why. Change roles. There we go. Probably why none of the hiring or anything like that got actually done is because we didn't have. Oh, hold on, time out. They're actually, are they having a meeting somewhere? They are. Look at this. Is that? No, that is not the actual leader, but that's okay. But look at this. They're having a meeting. Hey, their rooms are getting used as intended. Yeah, this is going really well. I'm actually kind of surprised. Looks like we can send somebody out on education. We do need to get. I do need to get my person updated in 2D art. Let's go ahead and do that. So that's the marketing leader. Let's go ahead and actually look at the core team and get their HR management going. So we'll do $2,000 budget because why not? It's a pretty big budget. They'll handle all of that. Role selection, their best roles, education. We'll do 1. Why does it say we only have 6 programs? It's only 19 people. I swear we have more people. And then the one person, we only have 20. We can have up to 40 people in that place. And we want 10 artists. Designers, we had what? Remember, we have one of the programmers is going to be me, so I can't hire. I can't hire one person. Was this? Hold on. It was 10 designers, 10 designers, 10 artists, and then 19 programmers. That was supposed to be what the core team was, and I thought we hired. There we go, up to 35 people. Did I miscount somewhere? Hold on. Oh, where is this information? Hold on. HR. Oh, they're missing 4 people from the programming side, so. I mean, yeah, specialization, any. I'm okay with that. Salary low. Let's try it to medium. Let's give them a little more do out there. Still making a lot of money, so that is good. Looks like we might need to look at some more parking here soon. It looks like they're having some issues, but we hired a bunch of people. You know what? Let's go ahead and just, on this lot, plot, let's go ahead and purchase that one. It's a little bit of a walk, but we can go ahead and purchase that one. So now all of our people have plenty of parking now. Looks like our canteen's still able to keep up with our new employees. Any more deals? Maybe for some marketing? Nope, just print jobs. All right. I'm doing some smaller ones. 163. We'll go ahead and accept that one. That's not too bad. We do need more couriers, though. Because that is quite a bit. So let's hire 6. Well, in total, I should say. Let's do that, and we'll have one come in at 12. So hopefully they'll be able to get all those out. We'll hire we'll just hire a couple of temporary ones. Let's see here. Call couriers. 1. There we go. Yeah, so actually that is working out like I thought it would. So that is good. It's just that we're getting stacked up so much that, yeah, it's not going too well. But yeah, you know what? We should add a few more of these. We've been bouncing around between the build mode and everything else, which is not ideal, but, you know, there we go. So that is going to be, hopefully we can keep everything in storage until need be. Exit bill and close, yes. So yeah, it looks like we're coming back in. We're almost got the first iteration of Guard Dog already. So that is good to see. Ooh, got a development deal. Okay, with not doing that one. Managed teams, still, we're getting there. I think they're actually, you know, or at least we're filling the teams out. Marketing, I'm not really caring about. Support we would have to hire a leader for, and I think we'll go ahead and do that. Specializing in HR, begin looking. We want them to go to support team. Skill-wise, that has the... Oh, hold on, let's look at compatibility. Let's look again. That does have some good socialization. I'd like to have that socialization up to 3, so that person can hold meetings with the people. But I don't see anybody. Let's look one more time. That's got multitasking. I really don't want multitasking. I'd prefer the socialization. But I guess we can train that person. That should be good. So support team, we'll hire them. Right now, they can kind of handle their selves pretty well. So I don't really think I need to hire anymore. Ooh, hold on. As a matter of fact, we can't hire. Or we need to hire more support team, because right now it says there's only 7 there right now, which is a bit concerning. And that is our new leader. So let's change his roles to the leader. And then let's go into the HR management. We will go ahead and have him go handle the complaints and wages. Give him a budget of $2,000 a month. Role selection, hired for, we do best roles, that's fine. Education, I'm okay with. Service specialization, you're actually going to specialize in support. We don't have any law yet, but that's okay. So specialization, just in support, and let's double your team. Let's lower it and we'll bump it up to medium, because I'm okay with these people being a little bit younger, because we can actually train these to be programmers eventually. So hopefully that'll start going up. Yep, so it looks like we've already started to hire more people, which is good. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. Looks like our couriers are able to keep up with the crates and everything, so that's good. I was kind of hoping for, at least. Snippet 2 does not actually meet demand still. They came out now 4 years ago, and it's still selling copies. That's pretty impressive. So let's go ahead and start printing copies for this. Let's do 15,000. I think we can handle that pretty easily. Still working on that port, though. I don't know why that's taking forever and a day. What I think, though, I'm actually going to first hand off development of Guard Dog to Dev Team 1. And then I'm just going to have core assigned to there. Here's my reasoning. Once the port's done, I think it's time for us to look at making our own operating system. I think that's where we need to go. For a couple reasons. Did I actually assign this to Dev 1? I did not. We need to do that. And then we need to auto-assign the computers in there. So hopefully, you know, kind of, I think making our own operating system is going to be pretty good. Now, whether that will do any good, we'll see. But we'll see. I'd like to at least get, you know what? Since this is a second iteration, I think when I want to get to Guard Dog to iteration 3, I think that's going to help. I think that will be a little bit better. Hold on, we got a lot of idle employees because we have a lot of artists that aren't doing anything right this second. Once we get the port done, I think we can go ahead and start developing our operating system. We'll call it something maybe like Friar, the Friar, or something like that. That'd be kind of fun. You know, name it after ourselves. But Omnidesk is starting to make, we're still making about quite a bit of money on it. Well, I'll just be real here. So, you know what, actually? This needs to go up more, isn't it? I think that's how that works, isn't it? Let's see here. Or do we drop, or raise that priority to 2? Let's see how that works. If not, I think we have to raise these to 2. And then they really focus on because I want to focus on Omnidesk more because we're releasing. We just got the ports done and everything, so you know. Oh, hold on, what's this? Somebody's offering to buy Omnidesk for $11.4 million. Was that what it says? And Macro Productions wants to buy Omnidesk. That's pretty funny. Because I've made, hold on, how much money have I made on Omnidesk right now? I've made so essentially they'd be doubling my profits on Omnidesk, but they would have the rights to it. Essentially how that would work. You know what? I don't want to sell it. I want to keep iterating on that. Because, I mean, that software's not even a year old, and we've already made a crap ton of money on it. All right, so it is time. We're going to 1990. We're going to start our own operating system, and it's going to be called Friar. I want to come up with a better name later, but fair. SCM. I forgot we can actually do that. We're actually going to put that on a server. This is actually going to go to the core team. Don't need a publisher. So there we can go development teams, so we can actually have, I might do that, actually have just a full development team and then send it to another team to program it. That actually might work out a lot better. So we do want to call it, you know what, we would call it OpenFire. Well, maybe not. Call it CyberWorks. Something like that sounds kind of fun. So we'll do following scripts. Let's do all this, kind of the basic stuff. It's going to take us about 2 years. Can't do any 3D rendering. Let's do surround sound. We have the people to do it, so custom theming. So the interface. I am back up and going, I think. Looking at Twitch here. I think I can hear myself now. There we go. All right, I think I'm back now. Hopefully, you know. Big oof. For some reason my computer decided it wanted a blue screen. Haven't had one of those in a while, so that's a little bit odd. I'll be honest with you. I'm bringing the game back up now, so shouldn't be, but just another minute or two, and we'll get back into the game. Don't know why it did that. It's been frustrating me for a couple months now. It doesn't crash at the same time. It'll just crash randomly. It's crashed on the stream before. I know if you're a bit of a if you've been here quite a while, you'll know that it's crashed a couple times on me. But I usually don't have that many issues with it. But for some reason today, it just decided it was just done. Which is odd. I think it's got to be one of the pieces of something in the computer going out. Unfortunately, I think it's the motherboard. I think the motherboard overheated, and I think it's having issues now. Which kind of stinks because I went and looked at new motherboards, and they're not cheap. I will be honest with you. So we're back in the game here. This game, thankfully, does not take very long to load at all. But I do not know when the autosave was, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you, autosave. You've saved me, hopefully, a little bit of time. Yeah, so it looks like we had just got done with a port. So that is not terrible. That means we can actually go ahead and start looking back at CyberWorks. That is already going to be our new operating system. So looks like I do want to put it on a server. I don't know if I want to do a new framework for it, but I do want to do all the system stuff. Pretty simple. Wanted to do surround sound, because this one it looks like I don't know about that one. I don't know about speech. I mean, we do have the stuff for it. We can use something like this. This is going to take us a little while. Now, I think something like this is pretty good. This will get us a good foothold. Right now, it's saying the consumer reach is 138 million people. If that's really true, we will have everything. We will just have the world to ourselves. No specialization limited. We've got the people for it. It says 16 programmers. I think we have, 20 available? 9 designers. We have 10, and 1 artist, and we have 10. I think we're okay there. Not much on security. That's why we have Guard Dog. Customization is pretty good, and simplicity is actually not bad at all. We want to make it a little more simplistic. And that might be kind of the idea of it. We make it a little more simplistic, people can understand it more, and then when we actually get to the networking and stuff like that, I think, number one, if we get to networking, I think we will be pretty good there. The design team is going to be core as well, because we can. Let's go ahead and develop that thing. So now we got 2 products going at once. We've got, and I think what we need to do, eventually what we'll do is we'll actually have a team dedicated. I think we actually did this backwards. Hold on. I needed to fix this. So essentially my idea would be is actually have a dedicated dev team, to whereas that's the only thing that team does is just develop our software. Once they're done, once the development's done, they'll hand it off to one of our dev teams, and they'll actually develop the product into whatever it is. That's kind of the idea, at least. How well that would work, we'll see. It probably will not be this episode. This episode, I want to try to at least get Guard Dog released, Guard Dog Unleashed, and maybe get CyberWorks released. It's saying it's going to take us 3 years. I highly doubt it's going to take us 3 years to get that piece of software out. No, I could be wrong, but we'll see. Because if you look at our dev team is just cranking through there. I'd like to get at least probably 3 iterations done on it, like I have been on Guard Dog. You can see here, it's going back up. It's going pretty quick now. This is on its 3rd iteration. And I'd like to get at least 3 done. I think that will help with the quality, and I think that'll kind of really boost our antivirus as well. You know what, though? We can actually start marketing this. It's saying I'm going to get done 19... Ooh, can we get it done by December next year? I think we can. Yeah, I think we're good there. So we've announced that we are. We need to call. Let's hire a maintenance person and hire an IT person. But we've announced now that we're actually coming out with another antivirus. So that is all good. Omnidesk still making a crap ton of money. Boombox, I think Boombox we might need to end the marketing on. End the marketing, not support. We do have 12,000 active users there. We still have 31,000 for Snippet and 72,000 for Omnidesk. So that is pretty good. Just realized our maintenance team needs to really needs to come and work on those, work on the lights a little bit. So let's call 2 people for maintenance. There we go. Let's move this lamp then. We'll move it to there. That works. Let's get rid of the light fixtures because that's driving me a little crazy. There we go. We're going to need a lot more clean. Well, I guess our cleaning's taking care of it pretty quickly. Ooh, guard dog hit a point and it just died. I was like, eh. But I think, you know what, it might be ready to go ahead and just develop it. Let's go ahead and market it. Let's do all 3. We're really going to bump up Guard Dog Unleashed, and that we will make that a pretty good priority. Because I mean, people have been waiting on this. They want to see the new antivirus. And it's going to take us a little while to get that press release done. So, you know, I am okay with that. Oh crap! I just realized that for some reason it switched back to the core team instead of the dev team. I don't know why I did that, but there we go. Let's get less people. They're still saying they're inactive, but you know, it happens. Have an employee ready for some education. What is he good at? Audio or 3D? Let's do audio. What also kind of concerns me, though, is that I did see a lot of these, you see all these people are, you know, saying that they're only assigned a certain task. I want to actually change that. And I think that this how I accidentally did this. Let's do for don't change. We'll do that for all of them. Support, HR management, don't change. I mean, yes, does this work? Sort of, but also at the same time, it's don't change. Now we're going to go back through here and hit. Oh crap! Go back through all this. Change roles to any role. Because a lot of our team is a very support. It really just is support teams. So that one I'm not really that concerned with. Same with marketing. They are just marketers. I mean, they do it all, which is nice. So you actually do have somebody here that's ready for some education. But employees, we'll go over here. Like this one, this should be, because we have so many people that can do everything. Nope, that didn't work out at all. There we go. So now they can be educated in different things. This guy has actually got, let's go hardware, and we'll do 2D art. This guy, I'm also handling a little bit of this too. We'll do 2D art. Anyone else? Education? No. Somebody else wants education. Who is it? This person here in marketing. You know what? Let's go ahead and educate. Let's do marketing. That works too. Another level 3 marketer. Never a bad thing. Accept all enclosed. Yes. It looks like our heat is not working. For right now, it is 3 degrees in our offices. So let's go down here and go to temperature regulation, central heating. I'm saying, what is this occupied by? It's by sprinklers, which is not the worst idea in the world, especially for something that could very well catch on fire. Central heating. I'm wondering though, because of the fact that let me try something here. Because of the fact that this is a centralized one, we have to add another room onto this, which is fine. And merge these 2 rooms. I'm wondering, since it's a centralized one, I wonder if we have to have one on each floor. Is that how that works? Let's look here and see. So it looks like we may have to redo part of our building, which kind of sucks. Because right here, because I don't see, like, am I just missing something here? Let me take a look here. Software Inc. Alpha 11 heating. That would make sense. It kind of dawned on me what would happen here. We need radiators. Now, this is more of a European style heating. Like here in the U.S., that's where where I'm from. We really don't have radiators. We just have vents that pump the heat right into here. But this, I guess, I can tell this was made by someone who is more from Europe. I mean, the Celsius, you can kind of tell by that. There was something else. I'm like, oh, that's more of a the European way of doing things. Not that it's a bad thing, but I just remember like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, let's see if this helps at all. I don't know how many radiators we need, but we'll see here in a second. Hopefully that'll be enough. Marketing does not have. They have some radiators. Put a radiator in here. We have radiators up here. We don't look like we have any up here. Alright, so let's see if maybe this works. There we go. They're starting to get warmer now, at least. There's some rooms that might still need a few things of heat. So it looks like 20. I think it was temperature is what I was thinking of. It's like, it's like Celsius. Okay, fair. There's no way to change it. All right. Well, probably a European manufacturer, which is okay. Like I just noticed, like, oh yeah, this probably was made by somebody in Europe. 21. Just trying to make sure everything's heated pretty well. Seems like it is now. All right, so we don't have a ice box for an office anymore, so that's good. So let's see here. So guard dogs right now in alpha. It's getting its our art is supposed to be really good there. There's also a lot of programming that needs to be done for that. We've got a year, and so, but we've already got almost half the art done, so. Says that we're having a fire inspector in here. I don't know how that works. It looks like maybe cooling's automatically done, which if that's true, that's awesome. We have some more deals here, mostly for marketing. A little bit of support jobs, but I think we're good now. What else can we get for rewards? Like, what else do we need? We need to make $20,000 from stock and bonds. We need to distribute heating and cooling through the offices. Technically, we already have. We just did. But maybe there's something else we need to do. If we put an AC unit somewhere. I don't know. Oh, central cool. Okay, hold on. Think I figured this out now. Let's see here. There. The third there. Alright, I think I've actually figured this out now. They actually need... I figured they might need some vents, but I didn't know what, know exactly what they needed. But it looks like this is what they need for the air conditioning. Alright, cool. There we go. We actually got the reward now. Yay. Cool. Alright, what do we get? It'd be like a box fan. Oh, we actually got, like, okay, they're grills. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Essentially, well, those go into the ground, and then, yeah, that's actually kind of nice. Alrighty, let's actually look at getting some stocks. Why not? Is there any other company that, hold on, let's look at all companies here. So right now, if we look, Cyberfire is still one of the smallest companies out there. However, can we actually buy... Oh, it's not publicly listed. But this one is. Ooh. Yeah, we don't want to buy... Let's buy some shares, though, in this company. Because we can. It's going to cost us... Ooh, it's $10 million. Let's actually spend... Let's spend maybe about about $4 million. Buy some shares in there. So that essentially, hopefully, over some time, we'll be able to either sell those or buy more. And eventually we might be able to actually just buy out that company. I mean, there's some companies, some of the smaller companies on here we probably could just buy right now. This company's only worth $11 million. But they have a lot more fans than we do. What kind of products do they make? So they make... Oh, they actually made Lion OS. That might not be the worst idea to buy a company like that. Because right now we can buy the whole company for $11 million. If we want to. Just outright, it's ours. But you know what, though? I am going to buy... You know what? Hold on, there's some noise issues. Alright. Okay, so we actually failed. That kind of sucked. So let's go ahead and fix that. So, fire. Let's put a fire detector or a fire alarm in every room here. Because I don't know which ones do and which ones don't have flammable objects. Don't want to put them in the bathrooms. I don't think they need them in the bathrooms. There we go. And so let's go ahead and put sprinklers in here. Oh, actually, someone's holding a meeting right now. It's a pretty full meeting, too. Let's do something like this. I mean, fair. We only got fined $640. But, you know, I want to make this a little more realistic as possible. So we'll put 2 sprinklers in here. Put a couple along. Oh, we already did that room. We've already put some sprinklers in here, but I think we add a couple more. Same with over here. First time we got fire inspection, and the first time we failed, so not too terrible at all. We are 1 for 1 on the failures there. Let's do something like this, this, and this. we have sprinklers in here? We do not. Let's go ahead and fix that. Alright, I think put some sprinklers in here. There we go. That should take care of all that. So hopefully we'll be doing better. Cyberworks is actually just about done with its first iteration. With Guard Dog almost halfway done through development, and it's only January. So at least I think maybe 2 iterations with Cyberworks, I think that'll work out. I think that'll work a little bit better at least. We were losing a little bit of money. We actually lost almost we paid $4 million in stocks. That's why. But I think with Guard Dog coming out here, technically at the end of the year, we might actually bump that up to a little bit sooner. But Guard Dog on release, we're actually ready to release the press release. We can actually go ahead and do a press build as well. I also want to get some reviews for it and see what people think about it. Let's get a few more. $200 works. And so right now, I think it's about a 6.4. Art's almost perfect. System could use a little bit of work, but everything else is actually not too bad. Remember, only about half the code's done. So I don't expect it to be like this perfect little thing yet. A lot more deals coming in. Don't really care about those right this second here. So we can actually go ahead and read these though. It's a pre-release review of Guard Dog Unleashed. So Cyberfire LLC has put out a build for Guard Dog Unleashed. It's not well known in the marketing. We're still working on that. But it's got all the new features to release at the end of this year. But Alpha Corp has made a large amount of money. Being actually here, Cyberfire announces Guard Dog Unleashed. The target demographic doesn't really know who it is, but our fans do. Unleashed is underway and it's cutting edge, and so hopefully it'll be ready here soon. I really think also we need to cut the budget to about $10,000 for Snippet, because it doesn't really make that much money anymore. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty good here. Not too terrible at all. We're getting there. I think once we get our operating system going, I think that's going to be what really boosts us to. Oh, we're actually losing sales on Boombox still. Let's go ahead. Do we have a printing job set up for that? We do not. Let's go ahead and start printing 15. Well, we'll keep it about 15,000 copies. Yeah, that'll work out pretty well. Still getting out the door pretty good though, so we're not too concerned about the couriers yet. Yeah, so they're cleaning up pretty well. So good to see. How's our stocks doing? Why not? We're not publicly listed yet. I'm okay with that. I'm kind of like keeping the company private. You know, it's kind of nice. Details on this one. They've gone up 0.2%. How about this one? Oh, that's not the one we were looking at. Didn't we? I thought we actually bought shares in this guy. Maybe not. Maybe we were looking at it and we didn't. You see here, these guys are a gaming company. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. So that's what we've invested in. Eventually, I think it'd be kind of fun to develop a couple games from this company. I do want to get some other stuff going, though, first. Really kind of get to where we're not worrying if the game flops or anything. Like right now, if Guard Dog and Cyberworks kind of flopped, we'd be in a little bit of trouble. And so games are kind of a little bit more involved to develop. So I kind of want to make sure that we've got our base covered, and let's do some more marketing. Let's get some hype going for this guy. Let's also let's do something like that. Do we want to do... Right now it's the release date. And let's do another press build. Because we're already getting up to about 90% code, which is good. Your artists are kind of bored now because we've got already all that coding done. Why these people? Oh, that's probably because they're in marketing. Okay. Educate. What do we got here? We got some design and some art. We'll go ahead and max you out on art. We'll also get you on the hardware side. Let's see here. Educate you. You're going to design. Let's go to level 2 design on the hardware though. Programmer. You know what? Let's go hardware programmer. Why not? You're getting into service. You're actually in the marketing team. You have a level 3 marketing. Let's actually get a level 1 law. Seems like a good one to do. This guy's on. Oh, this is Ulysses. So this is one of our first guys we've hired. Let's go into hardware. Let's get some hardware people in here, just so that we can. Once we get comfortable with that, I think we can really go hard on programming here. Educate him. Let's do. We'll do full network as well because we will need we'll need some networking here. Probably on the next iteration of CyberWorks. We'll need some sort of marketing, or not marketing, networking guy because of the fact that we will need a little bit more. So we'll see. It looks like on the marketing, they said it might be the next big hit, which is a good thing to see. Let's also get some reviews out there. We'll go with 200. Why not? Go ahead and end this. Right now they're saying it's about an 8.5. I think this is going to be a good antivirus. If we can market it correctly, we can get enough ports out. I think this one's going to be good. Guard Dog Unleashed. Off the chain, as you will. We're almost out of time. I really thought we would actually get CyberWorks closer to being done than... Oh, crap. Oh, good. They went home empty-handed because I think our security scared them off. Awesome. You know, we never actually hired any a second security for the warehouse, but it looks like that's kind of where they default to. Not the worst idea in the world, but you know, still pretty good. So we had one person try to break in. They didn't get anything, so that is awesome. Don't have to worry about that anymore. There we go. So I think what I'm going to try to get at least Guard Dog released. We have about 10-15 minutes left. We usually wrap up just a little bit early. I think if we can actually get that going, I think if we can get at least Guard Dog released, I think I'd be happy. We're already in April. This is supposed to release in December, but I think we're going to be able to release it early. I don't see why we couldn't, because we're almost done with the coding and everything. So. Stuff just rolling in now. It's pretty funny. I was actually kind of surprised that somebody offered us $11 million for Omnidesk. That's just something that I wouldn't expect. I mean, right now we've made $17 million on Omnidesk, which is fair. I mean, it's probably one of the better office software out there, I would bet. Game office software. So the last office software to come out, Omnidesk 90. So that ours came out in January. Published Light 10 came out in November of that year. Both good. They have a lot more users than we do. We're actually a little bit cheaper than they are, though. I think we know what we can do. And this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to drop the price to $80. Same with Boombox. We're actually going to drop the price to $80. You know what? Let's actually make it $75. Just to try, because we're still making money on this stuff. Making that $55. because it's like, why not? Let's try to. We'll lower the price. We won't make as well. We might make money because we've lowered the price on it. We'll see. You know, hopefully we'll maybe undercut them a little bit, because if it's the good product, you know, still made $500,000 on OmniDesk last month, and Snippet, it's there. You know, one of those deals. All right, we're both close on both OmniDesk, or not OmniDesk, CyberWorks and Guard Dog from getting to the next point. Once that hits iteration 3, I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to alpha. Get that start developing. Nice quiet night looks like. There we go. So it's at iteration 3 now. I don't think it's really going up. I mean, it's going up okay, but let's go ahead and develop it. Go ahead and throw some marketing out there. It's saying 1999. I'm more thinking like 1992. That gives us, if we do like August of 1992, that gives us, you know what, let's do January 1983. That gives us like a year and a half to develop this thing. Exactly 1 year and 6 months. Perfect. All right, so we've already announced the release date. Let's go ahead and do a full marketing scheme on it. I think I'm going to end marketing for Snippet, because it's really not moving many copies. To also promote Guard Dog into beta. We can't get any more reviews on it, but I got a feeling it's probably going to be a good piece of software. I really don't want to start. Do we want to start printing it? Let's do a maximum of 50,000. We'll get that printing out now. I got a feeling, I mean, this is supposed to be released in December of this year. This might be more like a September release, I'll be honest with you. Let's do that. Let's actually announce that we're actually moving the release date to, if we do it in September, pushing it back, but we're actually pushing it, we're actually pulling it forward. I think getting rid of all those, I mean, we have what, 2 months, give or take 2.5 months to actually get rid of all the bugs. I think we'll be just fine with that. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll release Guard Dog, because I think we're close enough on that. We can do that today. And we'll have to wait on CyberWorks until next time, which will be next Wednesday. I'm actually thinking about switching up the schedule a little bit after we get Factorio done. So Factorio will be this Friday. I have a feeling, and I could be wrong about this, but I think we got to be getting to maybe 1 or 2 more streams left. I've said that a couple times, but it's fair. I really think we don't have that much research to do. I really want to just kind of let the game run for a couple hours and just build up a bunch of supplies, so that when we do get to stream, we might only have 1 more stream to do, maybe 2 more, depending. And then once we get that done, we can eventually. I'm thinking about actually doing 2 streams a week of the same game. I think that'll work out a little bit better. You know, I think that'd be fair. Let's see here. Nothing really interesting in the jobs as of yet. Let's see, we're in July now, so we're about to take over into August. There we go. Ooh. Stab Table has started selling more shares. Do we want to buy any more into this company? That's my phone ringing. I hit no on that. There we go. Do we want to buy any more shares of these guys? Unfortunately, it's really more the fact that I really don't want anybody else to have any more of this. But their price just skyrocketed up, if you see that. And we can do that and be the 3rd largest. But if you see here, their sales are actually down. We're actually down 10% on these guys. I don't know why everybody's buying this company all of a sudden. It's a bit odd, understandably. But, you know. But I guess since everybody's buying, it's kind of inflating the price. It kind of makes some sense. But hey, that is okay. We have got... well, I'm kind of curious. Does it actually say how much we... so we made $0 off stocks and bonds. Unless that means our own stocks and bonds. Let's look here. I'm not really... No, it's not... There we go. I mean... Yeah. We can raise $21 million pretty darn quick for a 40% stake in the company. Not really wanting to do that yet because we really don't need money. I don't know. It might be something. Might be something we need to look into maybe next time if we really need cash. But we got almost $25 million sitting in the bank that we're not doing anything with. I think we're okay. But we're about to hit September. No, not quite yet. We have to flip over to the next day. But I think we are ready to release Guard Dog Unleashed. It's a weird way to say that, but let's go ahead and release it. Yes, I do want to start a marketing campaign. Let's do $250,000 for it. We've already started printing copies for it. Let's go ahead and move this up to marketing. Everything else is going to go down to priority 2. But yeah, now what we need to do is right away start porting this. We'll have the core team do it because they're not, or not the core team, crap. Port dev team. And we can't port it to anything. Well, that's a bit of an issue, unless we've already ported it, or we've already developed it for every piece of software we can. Which, you know, I guess is fair. Because if you look here, operating system wise, here we go, operating systems. The last operating system we actually come out looks like for the computer. This is a would be September. Would have been this one, which is not great. We got about it's got quite a few active users, but honestly, it's not really a whole lot. What is the most active users right now? So, PenView. Okay, so that's just so 1988. So software that's 3 years, well, almost 3 years old, is already or still some of the best they can, or some of the best they can, you know, like. It's pretty funny. Let's also get some hype going for Cyberworks here. Support for Guard Dog needs to go up there. Hopefully Guard Dog goes well. I don't know if it will or not. We'll see. And we haven't ticked over to the next day yet. Right now, Guard Dog made $783,000. Not terrible. Not the best, I'll be honest with you. But, you know, I'll take it. This guy wants, we'll go ahead and do audio. This person probably wants some more marketing. This person wants some more design. Actually, it was not a designer. It actually looks like an artist. Well, you know what? We'll put him into system design. This one looks like is going to law. This person will go into law as well. Getting our law department up there. This is Ulysses. Let's get him into 2D art. That'll work a little bit better. Any more deals? Not really. Let's look software times. Review of Guard Dog Unleashed. We really don't know cyber. I mean, they should know who we are. It's extremely well put together and very complex piece of craftsmanship. It feels very stable. It's packed full of art, and it's completely humbling to witness. Keep in mind that Dryspin has malware alarm 16 on the market currently, which might affect interest. They like what Guard Dog Unleashed has to offer. Probably not going to move very more copies. It needs to be better marketed, things like that. Really, we might need to look at increasing our marketing team, because if you look here, not really getting a lot. We're getting about $67,000 out of the $250,000 I put up for the marketing. I might need to put some more we might need some more marketers. But get prominent marketing. We've made almost $1 million that month on guard dogs, so I'm not too concerned about it. Let's use Div Team 1. Nothing to port 2. Really, it might be time to do maybe another snippet. We probably will look at that next time. Last time last time a snippet program came out was 1986. So it's been 4 years. It had been almost 7 years since we released the last guard dog. So snippet might be a next good one to do. Then maybe another boombox. We might. So I think next time we might need to look into actually making a development team and then a programming team. Essentially, taking the programmers in dev team, creating another programming team, leaving dev team just to develop, and then we can actually move our develop. Ooh, we might make another meeting room in here. And that third, we'll have to make a third floor, and actually make our programming team up there. Maybe even put another marketing team up there, because we seem like we need one. But I think for today, guys, this is going to be it for me. Release guard dog. It looks like it's going to be a success. It's taken its sweet time to get up to the top, though. But if you look here, antiviruses. Well, let's look here. Antivirus. Last one came out in May 1980. Oh, hold on, that's probably not correct. Do kind of wish we could put these in order. So 1991, the last one was Evil Fighter 16, which was also good. 110,000. So I mean, we're getting up there. It's taking it a little while for us to get there. But I think Guard Dog will be a success. You know, I think it's already. I mean, it's made us money. It's already made quite a bit of money, I would say. Right now, it's actually lost its money still. We're still trying to recoup some of the. We're making about $85,000-$90,000 a month on it. Okay, that's quite a bit of money. But you know, Omnidesk has just broke $20 million. I think once we get Cyberworks going, I think Cyberworks is going to be our big program. It's really going to push us towards the top. I don't think it'll put us at the top. But I think it'll be close. So that's just me. So let's go ahead and pop over to the main camera, guys. Well, guys, thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed that stream, best way you can support me is just leaving me a follow right now. We're actually hit our 50 follower goal. So our next goal is we're going to try to hit 75 followers before we'll figure out sometime. Thinking probably maybe before my birthday. August 9th is my birthday. So maybe we'll try to get 75 followers before then. I think we can do it. I think the stream's been going pretty well. So I think that is an attainable goal that we can do. It might be a good thing to actually put the reward or the ticker maybe just over here somewhere. That might work pretty well. I'll take a look at that. Maybe I have to play around with that a little bit today. And if you are new here, I do stream 2 times a week right now, every Wednesday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually, I'm thinking about changing up the schedule a little bit, so it's not the same every time. But right now, Wednesdays is actually Alpha 11, Software Inc., and Fridays we've been playing Factorial. Factorial is probably going to be coming to an end here soon, just because we're getting close to the end of the game. So, got a feeling we might have 1 or 2 more streams in that, and then we might switch over to an all Alpha 11 Software Inc. streams for a little bit, and then we'll kind of keep going like that. I think that'll be kind of fun to do. So, I think from that perspective, I think we are done for today, guys. Thanks once again. If you are curious about any more of my content, you can actually check out the links below. There actually is a link to my YouTube channel. I've archived every stream we've done on there. Almost for an entire year now. We're at pretty much 11 months of streaming is on there. So, if you guys are curious, there's a ton of games on there, all different types of games as well. So if maybe Tycoon alphas like this aren't your thing, you're like first-person shooters, you might want to check out BattleTech. That is a first-person mech shooter, which is a great game, by the way, if you ever are curious. Or maybe you want some classic gaming. We have games like Colonization on there. That was a great game, little playthrough to go through. So yeah, I would check that out, guys, if you are curious about any more content. But for now, guys, I will see you guys again on Friday for some more Factorio. Hopefully we'll be able to get our Spidertron this time, and hopefully we can get that. But for now, guys, I will see you later. See you on Friday at 1 p.m. for some more Factorio. Take care, everyone.